This video is going to be almost like a part 2 to the other video that I just done about why an empath is in a narcissist's life. So yeah, this video is going to be why a narcissist is in an empath's life. So let's get into it. So what I can say from my experience, the narcissist was in my life because of the wounds that I had. That's the only reason why they was in my life. If you have the correct upbringing and you have love and you're taught how to take care of yourself, you're taught how to put yourself first, there's no way that these type of people can come into your life. And even if they do, they're going to last 2 seconds and they're going to skate out the door. They're going to skate out the door. Either you're going to dash them out the door or they're going to skate out the door because they're going to be like, oh yeah, I can't mess with this one. That's what they're going to be like. From I was a child, I was experiencing narcissism. From I was in the playground as a child, age 4, age 5, age 6, all the way up. That is what I have been experiencing. So I feel like these people, the narcissist is in the empath's life for the empath to remember who they are, for the empath to remember who they are. So you go through, several narcissistic relationships and you're like, why am I going through this? Like, why am I going through this? But at some point you get to the stage where, you're like, I'm tired of people stepping on me. I'm tired of people using and abusing me, thinking that they can take me and wipe the floor clean with me. At some point, you get to the stage where you're like, do you know what? I've had enough of this and nobody is going to treat me like this because I don't treat anybody like this and I don't deserve it. Yeah. At some point, you will get to that. And when you get to that stage, that is when you take back your power. That's when you're like, nah. These people ain't coming back in my life. You're not going to come in my life to think that you're going to run a number on me. Yeah. It's literally to show you, to take back your power, because however you was raised, or that this is not going to be for everyone. This will be just for some people. But however you was raised, whatever happened to you as a child, it took away your power. It took away your inner voice. It disconnected you from your intuition. So then you go through life attracting people that come and take away your power until you wake up and then you take back your power. Yeah, that is literally the reason why the narcissist is in your life, for you to take back your power. And they also shine a light on your wounds as well, because sometimes you're going through life and you don't understand why you're experiencing certain things, and it is because of your wounds, your childhood wounds. So a narcissist, literally, they come in your life and they literally pour salt water. They pour salt water or salt, whatever, bleach, whatever. They pour it on your wounds and they attack your wounds. They attack your wounds. And every narcissist that you will come into contact with, somehow they will attack your wounds and they will trigger you. They will trigger you through your wounds, and they will infiltrate you through your wounds. So it goes like that until you realize that that person's only able to infiltrate you through those wounds, and then you go and heal those wounds. Sometimes in life you have to go from one polar opposite to the next, or not necessarily from one polar opposite to the next, but you have to find balance. Like, you literally have to find balance. It can't be, it can't be a way where, you're just always being attacked. People are always targeting you. Narcissists are always pouring salt on your wounds, or whatever, vinegar, whatever it is. Yeah, you have to get to a stage where you come back to balance and you know how to stand up for yourself and you know how to protect yourself. It can't just be, one extreme. When you realize everything that's going on when it comes to the narcissist in your life, it pushes you to find balance. So then you become a person that, you don't allow people to step on you, and you know how to protect yourself and stand up for yourself and all of that. But you don't go to the extreme where that the narcissist has gone to, where they cut everything off. They cut love off. If you come in their life and love them, they cut it off. You don't have to go to, you don't go to that extreme. You go to in the middle somewhere which is balanced. Because when it comes to the narcissist, they started off at this point in the early stages of their life being victimized, whatever it was, whether it was an abusive parent, whether it was being bullied at school. They started off on this pole, and instead of going to the middle where it's balanced, instead of going to the middle where you find balance, yeah, where you're able to protect yourself but you still have love in your heart, they go all the way to the other polar opposite, where it's like, fuck everyone, I don't love no one, I don't care about no one, I'm not letting no one in, I'm against everyone, I have to battle everyone. They go into survival. Like, they literally go into complete survival, complete war. They're at war with everyone, and they're at war with everything, and they're at war with their self. They didn't come into the middle and find balance. They went all the way to the other polar opposite. And what did I say in my last video? An imbalance of energy is how evil is made, how evil develops, how evil creeps in. Everything in life has to be balanced, and any imbalance in life is evil. That is literally what it is when it comes to the narcissist. It's an imbalance. It's a spiritual imbalance. It's a physical imbalance. It's a psychological imbalance. It's a mental imbalance. It's imbalance on every level. And it's basically one polar energy trying to consume the other energy. That is what evil is, you know. And if you look at the greater world, we can see what energy is trying to consume the other energy, and that is exactly what the narcissist is. Yeah. And they come into your life to show you all of these things. Yeah, these are all of the things that I have picked up and I have learnt through my experience when it comes to narcissistic abuse. So yeah, like, you don't have to beat yourself up and think, oh my gosh, because, you know, we can get to that stage where we're like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I even met this. Like, I feel like that. I'm like, when I look back, I'm just like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm just like, how did I get there? Like, how did I get there? But it happens from your wounds. That's how you got there. It happens from the wounds. Even though it's painful and even though it hurts, but they're in your life to shine, not shine a light, but they're in your life to, it's almost like a little bit of a big bit of a wake up call, for you to realize who you are, heal, and take back your power. One thing that I realized, yeah, when it came to the narcissist, yeah, and how they made me feel, how I felt on the inside, the wounds that were triggered, the emotions that came up, the memories that came up, I started questioning myself. Like, I can't remember, I think this might have been like maybe the second year in, maybe the second or third year in, something like that. But I started to realize that I was on a hamster wheel with this person. And so I literally started seeing the connection between how I felt with this narcissist and how I felt as a child. How I felt as a child, you know, the relationship that I had with my mother, how I felt like, and I started making the connection. I was like, why does this person remind me of my mother? Or like, not like remind me of her, but remind me of what I experienced with her, the trauma that I experienced with her, like the neglect that I experienced with her. Those are all the things that I experienced with the narcissists that were in my life. That was one of the epiphanies that I had when I was in the last narcissistic situation. Like, I was like, what is this about? Like, why do I feel that same way? Like, why am I triggered? And it was because of them same wounds, them same original wounds that came from, you know, while I was being raised. They literally poured some vinegar on the wounds, and then I was able to remember where those wounds originated from. So, you know, I know narcissistic abuse it's terrible, it's damaging, and some of us stay there for way longer than what we should. some of us stay there for way too long until they have completely finished you. That is their aim, to completely finish you until you are nothing but a shell. Yeah, that is literally their aim. Yeah, to attack you through your wounds and rip them open even further until they get infected, until the whole of you is infected, everything about you is infected. That's another reason why they're in your life. But it's for you to wake up and see what is at play. It's for you to wake up and see. And I'm telling you, like, you see, when it comes to the narcissist being in your life, it's like once you wake up to the games, once you wake up to the cards that they are dealing you, the cards that they are revealing to you, it's like you can see the deception everywhere, because that is all what they run off, is lies, filth and deception. Like, and then so from me experiencing, you know, all of the narcissistic situations that I've been in, and especially the last one, it's like I look out into the greater world now and I can see the deception everywhere. Like, I can see it everywhere. If someone comes to my face and they're telling me something, I know whether that person is lying or whether they're telling the truth, because I've experienced deception over and over and over again. Yeah, that is one thing what narcissistic abuse does or helps you with as an empath. You know, it opens your eyes. It opens your eyes to everything around you and to the greater world. Like, if it wasn't for me experiencing betrayal, deception, trickery, being conned, you know, being deceived, being used, I wouldn't be able to spot it outside of myself. I wouldn't be able to spot it, you know. And some of us go through this lesson, go through this cycle over and over again until you can see. And when you see, you don't just see the situation that, you know, with the narcissist, you're able to see your whole life. That is why the narcissist is in your life as an empath, because before you wasn't seeing your whole life. You wasn't seeing everything around you, and they come into your life, and, you know, as long as you heal, it enables you to see everything. You see between the lines, you hear what people don't say. You see what people don't see. You're able to see past deception on all levels, because a narcissist is deception on all levels. They are deception, evil on all levels, and it's crazy, and it is everywhere. But at least now, you know, going forward, you know that no one can't deal with you that way. You know that no one can't deal with you that way. No one will ever be able to mess with you. No one will ever be able to draw you out like that and drain you of your energy like that and try to mash you and tear you down, because you see it, because you're able to see it. The reason why they was able to do whatever they done to you is because you could not see. You could not see it. You could not see what was going on. You could not see what was at play. Like, that's literally, you know, what narcissistic abuse, or having narcissists in my life, that's what it has helped me with. It's enabled me to see, and now you can't fool me. Now you can't fool me. Yeah, so it's like, even if a narcissist does come back into your life, you're going to spot them straight away. You're going to spot that deception straight away. You're going to see that evil straight away. You're going to, you know, that energy is going to trigger you. That person can come around you and you pick up on the energy and you know exactly who that person is. You know that person is pure evil. They're a whole narcissist possessed with several demons. Yeah. You're going to know that energy. You're going to know that energy. And that is going to be one of the greatest tools that you have to navigate through life. To navigate through life. One of the greatest lessons you will have to navigate through life. One of the greatest lessons that you will be able to teach your children, teach your grandchildren. Make sure that the people that you love and care about, make sure that they're aware of this. This is the greatest tool to give to anyone. If someone had told me about this when I was growing up, all of the experiences and the people and the abuse and everything that I've experienced, I would never have experienced that. But there was nobody to tell me nothing. There was no one to tell me nothing. There was no one to tell me this. There was nobody to tell me what I'm now able to tell somebody else. There was no one to tell me what I tell my child. I tell my child about this. I teach my child about this. Yeah? I teach my child and I show him examples in his life to where these lessons can be applied. So any avenue, any road that you walk down in life, anywhere you go in the world, these are your tools. Everything that you have learned from narcissistic abuse is your tool, is your weapon, is your sword. That is your protection. Yeah? That's your protection. Once you heal, or you're deep into your healing journey, it can't happen again. It can't happen again. And if it happens again, you haven't healed. If you go back down that road, that means that you have not healed, because there's something still energetically drawing you to this person. You haven't healed. So, yeah. I know I probably went off and went down all different avenues, but yeah, that is literally why the narcissist is in your life as an empath. Your greatest tool. They think that they're deceiving you. They think that they are deceiving you. Yeah? But as long as you get up and heal, they didn't deceive you. They was used as a tool for you to strengthen yourself, for you to remember yourself, for you to remember who you are, to remember your power, to remember the path that you're meant to be on. That's what they was used to be in your life. You can't let them people be your destruction. You can't let them be your destruction. That's what they want to be. They want to be your destruction. They are their own destruction. They are being destructed and they want to be your destruction. You can't let them be your destruction. Every punch, when it comes to me, even though I was in pain, I was suffering, it made me feel unloved, unwanted, undesired, like no one cared about me. That's how it made me feel. But once I started to become aware, I realized that, yeah, it may have made me feel like that, but every punch, every jab, it was strengthening me. Every jab was strengthening me. Every jab was making me wiser. Every dart, everything that was sent was making me wiser. And it was making me stronger, and it was making me more aware, and it was making me more aware of my power. Because, obviously when it comes to narcissistic abuse, you give away your power. But on a flip side of it, it's like all of the trauma and everything that you endured from narcissists, that shows your power. That shows your power and your resilience. I know that, you're being hurt at the same time, but that shows your resilience, because a weak person can't take all of the things that narcissists have thrown at you. Yeah. All of the things that narcissists have thrown at you, from one narcissist to the next, and you've still got up and walked. You still got up and walked. Even if you got up and you walked to the next narcissist, you got led to the next narcissist, you still got up and you walked, and you went through that situation and you still got up and walked. That is resilience. That is power. And that is something that they envy, because they don't have that. They don't have that. All of what they are throwing at you, they couldn't handle in a day. They couldn't withstand it in a day. They would turn to dust. They would crumble. That's the reason why they are the way they are. They couldn't like, I'm not saying that you should be able to handle trauma, but whatever trauma that happened to them, they couldn't handle it. That's why they went into the direction that they went into. They couldn't handle it, but yet they dish it out. Oh my gosh. It is mad. So, that's the reason why they're in your life. Don't see yourself as weak. You may have been uninformed. You may have been unaware, and you may have had trauma, but that doesn't mean that you were weak. That don't mean that you was weak, because regardless of your childhood trauma, whatever, you still got up and you walked and you still tried to love. You still came into everybody's life to spread love, to spread positivity, to spread balance. That is strength. Don't let no narcissist break you down and think that you ain't strong, because they wouldn't attack you if you wasn't strong. They wouldn't attack you if you was not strong. Okay? They would not. They would not. They would be like, oh yeah, this person's like me, and they wouldn't even blink at you. They'll be looking for somebody who's strong, who they can break. Yeah, somebody who's strong and who has wounds that they can infiltrate to break you. Yeah, they wouldn't even look at you. They wouldn't look at you, because if you didn't have that strength, if you didn't have that power, if you didn't have that light, if you didn't have that energy, there would be nothing for them to take from you. If you wasn't already strong, if you wasn't already love, if you wasn't already light, there would be nothing at all for that narcissist to take from you. So hold your head up high. Remember who you are. Remove all toxic people out of your life, and start working on yourself and start healing yourself. Okay? Because that's the reason why the narcissist is in your life, to give you a wake-up call. To give you a wake-up call. Whatever your parents or the people that raised you or your family, whatever they wasn't able to teach you, it goes like that. Sometimes, you end up in a narcissistic relationship or an abusive relationship for those lessons to be taught to you. And I know it sounds hard, like it don't sound nice, that because you didn't learn what you needed to learn with, and you didn't get what you needed to get with your parents or whoever raised you, so you have to go into a narcissistic abusive relationship in order to learn these same things, in order to wake up. Yeah, it's not nice, but it goes like that. And when you heal from narcissistic abuse, when you take back your power, you'll be even more stronger. Yeah, you'll be stronger than who you was to begin with. So yeah, but that's what I had to say about why the narcissist is in your life as an empath. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.